Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FM Save. It's episode number 14, and today we're returning with probably the penultimate episode of Season 2 as we face Leeds away at Ellen Road and Brighton at home, where Fulham, with 7 games to go, are pretty much safe. For these games, I'll show you how we've done it, and also a youth intake as well. But don't get too excited. So every single year in FM you get a youth intake around March, April time, and I have never really had much success with my youth intakes whatsoever. The best player I ever had was in my Millwall save, Clinton Webster. Before that, probably Sam Redman in my Swansea save, a holding midfielder, but ultimately I never really get anyone too noteworthy. The best player from this youth intake, I think we've given him a contract. There he is, Ted Sweeney. Sweeney Ted, 15-year-old, love the name, goalkeeper, who, again, I mean, he could be alright if he feels the potential, but put it this way, there's a long way to go, and oftentimes players will fall short of their potential anyway, so yeah, don't get too excited about the crop of youngsters coming through. Basically every FM save I do, for those that have watched me for a while, you know there's very little to get excited about ordinarily, year after year. Anyway, what is exciting has been the run off camera. Now, of course, in the last episode, you saw the goalless draw away at St Mary's and the 1-0 exit in the FA Cup 5th round to Manchester City. 3 games off camera and 7 points picked up from a possible 9 has all but secured safety for another season with 7 games to go. We've hit the 40-point mark. We've got an extra one. We got 41. It's basically done. That's why we're coming back early for the final episode of Season 2, and then I'll play Wolves on the final day in the finale tomorrow. So we began with 2-2 draw at home to Newcastle United. The second half of this game, my goodness gracious me, if anyone left after the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't blame you, but you kick yourself on the car home because it all happened in the second half. 6 minutes after the restart, Kearney scores a banging free kick. Then a minute later, Caballero gets sent off. Gomez puts the Magpies in front. Callum Clutch Wilson makes it 2-1 to Newcastle United with 6 minutes to go on a penalty. Mitrovic converting against his former club in a 2-2 draw. And following that, back-to-back victories, 3-2 at home to Crystal Palace. Another crazy action-packed game with another red card as well. Zaha gave Palace the lead. Bobby Reed levelled with a sick chip. Absolutely cool as you like, making it 1-1. Then Milivojevic was sent off for 2 yellow cards, and then late on in the game, pushing for a winner, Dan James scored 2 goals to give us a 3-1 lead, whilst Palace did get a consolation goal in stoppage time. So all it was we picked up a big win there, and our final game off camera got us to the 40-point mark and basically confirmed it. We beat Norwich by 1-0. Bobby Reed, once again, our top scorer for the second straight year, getting the only goal of the game, flicking it across in a 1-0 victory. So when you look at a run in the Premier League here, absolutely fantastic. 6 games unbeaten. It doesn't sound like a lot, but considering what happened in mid-season where we only won 1 of like 12 games or something ridiculous, it's pretty decent by our standards here. So in the Premier League here, confirmation for you, we're up to 11th place, 7 games to go, 41 points on the board, 20 clear of Brentford. So basically, they've got to win every single game, we've got to lose every single game. It's not going to happen. Fulham are safe for another year. Get the F in. It's kind of funny because I thought we'd probably only win 1 of those 3 games you just saw there. So, of course, the plan was to play the Leeds game and come back with Brighton and Manchester United. But there's no point now. Like, there's no point. I might as well nip this in the bud early because we know that safety's all but secured. It could be even mathematically secured today, to be fair. And then we might as well come back with a final day just to end the season quicker. You know, it's basically nothing to play for now. Yes, we could break into the top 10, but we're not going to finish in the Europa League spot. So anyway, injury report right now. Lewis Cook and Tom Kearney are both down. Kearney, what was it, twisted ankle, yeah, and a win over Norwich, so he won't be gone for long. Cook got a more serious injury. No, it's the same injury. Well done, me. Good memory there. Another twisted ankle, but that was in training a while ago, so might play today, not entirely sure. Caballero is suspended. Other than that, everyone is fit. So 4-2-3-1. Rolak can go up for Robinson, Tosin, Ongwene, and Roberts, Lamina, and Zambo through the middle. James on the left. I've got to say, I'm tempted to bring him back permanently next year. 5 goals and 5 assists in 26. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I'm saying that. I think I criticised Josh Onoman for the same stat line last year. Knockout on the right. And Lewis Ferguson, who barely ever plays now, supporting Bobby Reed up top. On the bench, Ashby Hammond, Mings, Bryan and Panzu, Gagliardini, Reed and Mitrovic as well. First to 2, it's Leeds away. A win, and it's mathematically confirmed. Come on, Fulham. Realistically, though, as I said earlier, to be honest, win or lose or draw, it doesn't really matter in our final few games because Brentford need to win every single one. That's just not going to happen. But I'll tell you what, I'd love to break into the top 10. You might have seen the league table, there is a massive gap between, I think it's 10th and 9th to the rest of the teams. Oh, what a poor back pass. Oh, Bobby. Okay, plays a 1-2 at the post and turns it in second time. I was going to say, he's about 1-1, bro. Poor positioning, but even so, 1-0 Fulham. But yeah, there's a massive gap in the race for a Europa League spot or a European Conference League spot. So that's not going to happen. But to be fair, breaking into the top 10, I didn't think we'd be able to do that this season in our second year. But I said at the start of the campaign, it wasn't beyond... What kind of goalkeeping was that, by the way? He just dived over the ball. It wasn't beyond the realms of possibility. So this win will put us up to 10th place. And yeah, there's a big gap between 10th and 9th. So top 10 and a 10th place finish, I'd definitely take that every day of the week. I think what's been most surprising has been this little run here. Again, no losses in our last 6 Premier League games. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you are a mid-table / bottom half of the table team, that's really impressive form, to be fair. And I know the opponents we've been facing haven't been the strongest in the division, but even so, to come out of that mid-season run and then go on this nice little mini-run, that's been awesome to see. And again, top 10, I wasn't targeting it come the end of the season, but now, with 7 games to go, it's still very unlikely as Stuart Dallas has played in and drills it just wide of the post. I'd absolutely love it if we could cement a 10th place finish, but based on the run-in, yeah, that's going to be very hard to do, especially with so many teams around us. West Ham, Wolves are better teams than us and another game in hand as well. So if we do drop down to like 13th place, which realistically at the moment is probably the lowest we can finish, that's still an improvement on last year. Like I said, slow and steady, that's the progression. Tell you what, if we could win this game here, 7 straight games, undefeated, and 3 straight wins in a row. Again, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's season 2 with this Fulham team. That's pretty impressive for us, but as Dallas heads over, it's still 1-0. And another clean sheet would be fantastic as well. You know, Marek Rodak this season, the amount of clean sheets he's picked up, and I know it's like gaff against Arsenal, but for the most part, I've got to say, out of all the decisions we've made in this FM save so far, bringing Marek Rodak back and not replacing Areola, just giving him the number 1 jersey, that is looking like a masterstroke as Dan James puts it across. And Bobby Reid is the best bloody striker in Football Manager. And I won't have anyone tell me otherwise. This guy is lethal. Another assist for Dan James, by the way. I tell you, more and more I'm starting to think lately we should try and negotiate a deal next season with Solskjaer and bring him back permanently, because I like him. He's got very decent mental stats to go along with a rapid pace. And if he becomes more consistent with the end product, that could be a great piece of business to bring him back permanently, as he plays it back to Gagliardini, who just lofts it straight back to Robin inside the centre circle, and Leeds will play it forward. Into stoppage time, and unless they have a really quick rally, this should be 3 points in the bag. As Barisic crosses, and the deflection takes it straight to Rafinha, and there goes the clean sheet. But will go to victory? I don't think so. Going to burn the clock real quick here, I think, just in case. Mitrovic for Knockaert, and then just for Reid. Just 'cause sometimes you take a player off on 2 goals, they can be a bit annoyed. But that should do it. And there it is. We lose the clean sheet for Rodak. We don't lose the 3 points. 3 straight wins for Fulham and up to 10th place in the table. Goodness gracious me, what a run this has been. Hey, and your boy's getting rewarded for guaranteeing Premier League survival with a new contract, baby. To summarise the board, I'm very pleased with your overall leadership of the team. B+. What? Notable criticisms. Disappointed with Anthony Knockaert's recent performances. That's not me, bro. How can you criticise me for his poor performances? Either way, definitely taking that new contract. Give me a contract extension, give me a wage increase, and put me down for another 2 or 3 years. We're building something here at Craven Cottage. 4-year deal, 52 grand a week. I'd take that a year. And a brief look at the expectations going forward. And I'll tell you what, this is the best thing you want to see when you're not that confident in your ability. The chairman just wants to stay in the Premier League. That's it. No major expectations. No qualify for the Europa League in 3 years. Absolutely not. Just avoid relegation and just show a decent account of yourself in the cup. And that'll do. 4 years as well. I don't need to do anything here. In fact, I'm going to ask for 5 years. Nope, they want 4 years. I mean, they're confident in me, but not that confident. Finalised deal, it's done. New 4-year contract, baby, and there it is. It's agreed. We're here for the long term. No doubt about it now. So, moving on, second and final game today. Pretty anticlimactic way to wrap up the season here, but to be honest, I'm fine with it, man. Just got a new 4-year deal. We're in the top 10, though it might not last for long based on our following run of fixtures to end the campaign off. But you know what? More than happy with this. I don't want final day drama, scrapping for a point to stay up. No, I'm fine with mid-table mediocrity for the next 2 or 3 years. So, heading to game, this will be our team. Actually going to make one quick change here whilst I can. Thank you very much. And this will be... Nope, I just made a stupid change. What am I doing here? Is this right? Is this correct? Yes, that's correct. So this will be our team heading into the game. In fact, why didn't I do this before I got into the tactics screen? This will be our team, 4-2-3-1, safety secured, and this is our lineup for not a meaningless game, one that has much less weight now. Rodek in goal, but for Robinson, Tosin, Jerome, and Roberts, Reed and Zambo through the middle, James and Knockout on the wings, and Lewis Cook in advanced playmaker. Can I say I've been disappointed with Lewis Cook this year? I mean, when you play 22 games, many of which playing further forward and you haven't had a single goal or assist, I think you can be, right? Is it just me, or are advanced playmakers in this year's FIFA just a bit useless? Bobby Reed's up top, and on the bench, Ashby Hammond, Mings, Bryan and Panzu Gagliardini, Caballero and Mitrovic as well. Final game, Brighton, means very little, but I'd still like to keep the win streak going. Come on, Fulham. When you look at our final run-in, we've got like all the big teams and then Wolves on the final day, which isn't going to be easy either. So it's very unlikely we will stay in the top 10 with West Ham right behind us. So yeah, I'd be very surprised as, oh, Jesus, poor passing out from the back once again. It's like me on FIFA as Brighton get in front. Yeah, that's very unlikely. I think realistically, like 12th or possibly 13th is like the lowest we can finish. Mathematically, when you look at the points total right now. So yeah, I think 13th, we're 11 points clear with 5 games to go. Yeah, I think really 12th is probably the lowest we'll finish, and that's higher than last year by 3 places. And you know I would have taken that start of the season, and I'll take it now. I think a lot of people who are far better at the game than me would probably be thinking more ambitious and saying, no, you've got to go for that top 10 place. But I'm just being realistic, man. I'm just being realistic. We've got a long way to go. My favourite phrase in FM RTGs, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's going to take some time, as Knockout almost converted from the tightest of angles, and Ryan claims it. Would be disappointed if the unbeaten streak comes to an end here, though. 7 games without a loss, and it is going to come to an end here. Mac Allister makes it 2, half an hour to go. Probably not going to come back from this. Bit of a sour note to end on. Yeah, that's my reaction right now. Yeah, it's okay. It's alright. We've done what we need to do. We're safe. That's all that mattered to me, but bit of a better performance would have been nice to end on today. It's Dan James. Oh, bring the kid back permanently, mate. I like him. I like him a lot. 6th goal of the campaign, 6 assists in 27 games? That's pretty decent considering how poor inside forwards have been for me in this year's FM. Harrison to Dan James. Quick little burst of pace. He's got that acceleration and a finishing touch as well. Bring him back permanently. I like him. If you look at his stats here, he's not developed that much this season. In fact, I think his determination might have dropped by 1. You know, I'm not happy at that. But he's so quick. And again, technically as well, he's not bad. That's got to be offside on Ben White, surely. Yeah, it will be for VAR for sure. But he's not bad. But if he just becomes a bit more consistent, he could turn into an absolute steal if we get him for like, what, 15, 20 mil? Something like that. So I'm definitely thinking next year I'd like to have him back permanently. And that should be disallowed, and it is indeed. So still time here. 17 minutes to go. Still time. Well, the unbeaten run does come into an end there. Pretty disappointing. Thought we should have at least got a point in that game. But you know what? It's okay, man. It's alright. I'm not going to say this. That wasn't good enough. I'm just going to say unlucky boys would be nice to win there, but it wasn't to be. It's okay. Don't go harsh on the boys, man. Season's over. We're basically on holiday at this point. It's over. It's finished. We're safe. 10th would be great, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Safety was all that mattered to me, and it's already been confirmed. So that was this episode of the FM Save guys. So thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. And let's just come back with a final day. No point playing a Liverpool game as well. Let's come back with a final day. Wolves at home. We'll wrap the season up there at Craven Cottage. Have a quick overview of how the campaign went. And then get prepared for Season 3. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all. And I'll see you for the season finale of the FM Save very soon.